Hello and welcome to my channel. Well, I didn't think I was going to be doing another video today, but I decided to go down to the grocery store, and there's a bank on the way back. And the last time I stopped there, I had a pretty good experience with them, and I went in. I said, can I get $2 worth of pennies, And they were pleasant, and they handed me, $2 worth of pennies. No problem. Thank you, courteous and everything else. So I thought, this is a pretty good way to just search penny rolls and everything. When I stopped there again on the way back and just get $5 this time worth of pennies. Well, I walk in, and one of the tellers was, talking to another one 2 or 3 down. So, she sees me, and she looks up and goes, may I help you? I go, yeah, can I get $5 worth of pennies in rolls? And she goes, yeah, sure. And then she stoops down and she starts counting them. She goes, do you have an account with us? And I said, no. And she goes, well, I can get it to you this time, but you've got to have an account with us, if you want to get them again. Since when does a bank? It doesn't cost them anything. What is it? Are they going to take it out of her pay? You gave away $5 worth of pennies today, didn't you? Yeah, well, I had to. Oh, well, that's against company policy. We're a bank, and we can't be handing out change. And they looked, and there's a little sign up there that says if you give them loose stuff, they're going to charge you like 5% for every transaction just to count your change. Well, you're a bank. You've got coin counters and stuff. That should be a part of your operating expense already, You shouldn't tack that on as a... And if you do open an account with them, right, they're going to charge you fees. Even if you have a savings account, we're going to charge you a fee. We're going to charge you this and that. And then they're going to put restrictions on what you can do with your money. If you come up and you say, let's say you got $20,000 in your account and you want to buy an RV or you want to go on a trip or something. You go to try to pull that money out, they're going to ask you all kinds of questions. What do you want to do with that? You need to schedule it in advance and all this other stuff. I thought it was my money. Oh, well, I could see if it was a big amount. Like if I said, I want $500 worth of pennies, in rolls. Oh, we don't keep that here. But what it really comes down to is like civility. There's a way to say this, and there's a way to, there's a way to tell you to piss off, and there's another way to tell you to go off, and the other one is, like, oh, well, I can help you out this time, sir, but it's just our policy. We've got to have somebody have an account, before we can do bank business with them, like change paper dollars into coins. What? You call yourself a bank, right? It's not a private bank, right? It's a bank, right? It's not a private bank. It's a public bank. So I don't know. So there goes that idea of, just stopping and looking through coin rolls for interesting things, because you better not get too much at one time or ask too many questions or make them do any work. Because I'm from an older time, all right? I'm in my 60s, so I'm retired. You can't scare me with stuff, I was in a bank. I don't want to raise a big scene with them and stuff, but I could have made her feel pretty bad, about that, but it's just another one of these things where we let a lot of stuff slide, where people say things were different in the old days. It wasn't always better. It wasn't always great, but some things were. You could go in and get money out of your own account, and usually it's no big deal. Like if it was $20,000, they give you a cashier's check. Now, let me tell you, I found out about cashier's check one time when I was moving from one base to another, and I didn't want to carry a bunch of money with me. I thought, well, I'll just put it in a cashier's check. Well, I go from one bank to another to cash it, and they're like, well, we're going to have to, this is going to take time to clear. Take time to clear? I thought that was the whole thing behind a cashier's check, was that this bank certified that this amount is in here. It's good. Give them the money. You don't need to wait for it to clear. But anyway, so anybody that, that had the idea of If you got an account with your bank, then probably you'd have no problem. But just watch. If you try to get too much money out, they'll probably try to give you some lip, you know. What are you trying to do? Make me do my job? Yeah, well, you are a teller, right? You're working at a bank. You handle money. I'm not asking you to roll the pennies up. You've already got them rolled up. What the hell? You know? Moolah. So anyway, that's my little rant. It's just a short one. It's just that there's ways of treating people, and you don't have to do that. You don't have to be nasty and make everybody charge everything. It's just like ads. Here's another one. I thought I was finishing, another one come up. Tobias mentioned me in a video. He said, hey, you know, I know you do this also, but YouTube's going to take away your option to not have mid-roll ads. I'm like, what? Well, sure enough, I looked at it, you know. I mean, I like Tobias and I trust him and everything, but, you know, you got to verify everything. Sure enough, I looked in their terms of service and they said, you know what? We know we gave you this option before of eliminating mid-roll ads, but you know you're just losing too much money. Not you're losing too much money. They're losing too much money, and so they're going to do it anyway. You know, they're taking away that option from you. So for 3 years, I have not had any mid-roll ads in my videos, and I knew I was losing money, but I thought, you know, as a content creator, I didn't want the interruption. Well, now I don't have a choice. So if you see them, that's what's going to have to happen. Now, on my membership-only videos, it's not monetized at all, and it should stay that way. I don't think they're going to start throwing a bunch of ads in there anyway, because I don't put a lot of them up. But that might be another benefit of the membership in the future is you don't run into the ads, but really they're trying to direct you towards YouTube Premium or some kind of ad block or something like that. And that got me into thinking also about freedoms. Freedoms are usually never free. They usually cost, and a lot of people dying in blood, you know, fighting for your right to do something. But when it's taken away from you, a lot of times it's not taken away all at once unless it's something you did wrong, you know, like you get thrown in jail and then you get your freedoms taken away. But usually what they'll do is they'll try to nibble away at it, you know. Like, they'll say, hey, you got ads, but you know what, we're giving you total freedom to your ads, where you want to place them, when you want to do them. It's entirely up to you. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't want them in the middle of my video. Well, you know, you're good, you know. It increases the viewer's experience. No, it doesn't. That's just some BS you're trying to shovel down everybody's throat. But I'm older. I'm old enough now to recognize BS. I see it. I know what it. Yeah, you know, the only time it recognizes helps the viewer's experience is like in the old times when ads only happened every 15 minutes. So you'd watch a video or a TV show or something, and the ads would come on, and that'd be a good break to go in and get some snacks. You wouldn't watch TV. It might be in the background because they didn't have a lot of mute buttons and stuff back then, but it'd be playing in the background, but nobody'd be in front of the TV. You know, they'd go off, go to the bathroom, whatever they were doing, and then they'd come back. So in a way, that enhances the viewer experience, because if it was on TV and there were no ads, you know, it was a long movie and you had to go to the bathroom, you didn't want to miss anything, it was exciting, which rarely was that exciting. That might be an excuse. But anyway, that's just like any freedoms, you know, like we had, here in America, we had a bunch of freedoms, we had all this other stuff, but all of a sudden, man, you get one or two little weird things going on, all of a sudden, man, you can't go here unless you've got this. You know, you got to have this injected in your body whether you like it or not. What? Oh, you got to have this or else you can't fly. You can't get employment. What? What the hell? And then it turns out all of that was a lie. All that was BS. And they just got people to just go along with it, you know. Then when 9/11 happened, this is the anniversary of 9/11 right now. When 9/11 happened, it changed a lot of things. And a lot of our freedoms disappeared under the Patriot Act. It used to be the government couldn't spy, on its own citizens, only if you were up to no good and stuff, They had to get a court order and everything. And after that, it was like, you know what? Spy on everybody, because there's bound to be some bad people out there. Well, yeah, but I mean, that doesn't give you the right to, well, now it does, And I don't think they've repealed it ever since it's happened. It's so long ago. It's every year or whenever it comes up for renewal, they just keep, they need to. They need all these databases and to know everything that you do and think and say. Because, it's important not to have any freedom. What? So that's why a lot of this has changed since I was a child and everything. So take that back about this being a fun hobby for free, unless you want to open up an account with them and pay for, this. And probably even then, they would throw another restriction at you. Oh, you wanted $10 in dimes? Well, sir, you're going to have to order that like a month in advance. Why? Oh, we don't know. It's because we like controlling money. We want to control everything. Not me, man. I don't want to control anything. I was trying to give you all a choice, whether or not you're going to watch ads. And basically, I took that choice away from you by saying, I think the video's better without having these breaks in there, but I no longer have that choice. So anyway, there you go. Just thought to give you that heads up, along with my little rant about how things have changed. And thanks for putting up with this. I can't just go to another platform because a lot of people wouldn't go there anyway. And it's taken me years to build this up, man. I was here before they came up with all these stupid, goofy things. The good old days weren't always good. I mean, we've made some progress, but in some ways, we've gone backwards, at least as far as like social interactions go. So, anyways, there you go. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.